This episode is sponsored by Sarah's Decals and Such. They make decals and stuff.
Such.
Bourbon and Butthole.
It's the Whiskey Duo Show, your favorite podcast by your favorite podcast duo. And sometimes Nathan. That's right, today we've got no guest again, but it's the Whiskey Duo Show. We're going to talk about your favorite things, including an important topic of Chad, time travel.
Oh, yeah. Where's Doc Brown when you need him?
Right? Are we recording?
Probably not.
Yeah, that one's rolling.
I'm good.
Okay. Everything's rolling. We just recorded
yeah.
probably...
The best
Where's
ad.
my microphone? I wonder it sounds
But
like...
your face?
We just recorded probably the best advertisement ever for Sarah's
Anybody
Decals
just want
and
ads
Such.
and just doesn't want to be a sponsor and just wants to pay us to do an ad for them? 100% will do it.
I mean, I got the stuff.
Oh.
And we got the talent. This guy's creative, and I've got the cameras. Welcome back to the Whiskey. Chad, you take over. Oh, you had a pen.
Yeah, take it
I gotta
away.
take all distractions away from Chad.
Yeah.
Go ahead, take over while I take away all the distractions. Welcome them to the show.
How are you doing today, Josh?
I'm good.
I don't know why I yelled. That was
I don't either.
sorry.
It scared me. I'm good, man. How are you?
I am great.
We just ate dinner.
It was a good dinner.
My wife cooked the steaks.
50-50 chance I'll fall asleep halfway through this. So
Man.
I'll have to drink some coffee.
I am so full. We had steak and potatoes. What else we have? Rolls.
Jokes from your daughter.
Oh, God.
Some of the best jokes ever.
You see where she gets it from my wife, honestly.
I was going to say Mama June.
Mama, yeah. No, that's where
Tries
she
to
gets
tell a
her
story and does
obsession
all
with
the
blags.
story.
Oh, man.
She tiptoes around the story and then tells you. Hits you with the
You got to get all the details, all the side stuff. So, like, I'm telling you about this person. But while this person was doing this, there was a person over there that was probably peeing in the corner of their house. Nobody knows why, but she knows why.
That's probably us. We pee in the corner of your house all the time.
Right?
Speaking of children.
They're running through the house. We have the pee hole right outside.
Gopher hole.
The gopher hole. It's a hole where a gopher has dug under my house and we pee in it. Should I include this in the thing? I don't know either. I'm gonna leave it.
We've said worse on here.
I mean, after the advertisement, I'm okay.
That advertisement was like the best I think we'll ever do.
It'll be in the middle of this show. This show today is brought to you again by Sarah's Decals and Such. Thank you guys for sponsoring us, for believing in us, and believing in this little thing we like to call a dream.
Thank you for giving us creative freedom to say whatever we want and not yell at us.
I mean, they haven't approved either ad yet. We're just going to put them up there.
It's too late now. They're already on there.
Probably after the last one.
You can't fire us till afterwards.
Not the singing one, because that one's amazing. But after the one where I was like, that still ain't flawed, they might want to start approving our ads first.
Yeah. Was this the last time we have a sponsor?
All right, so we're going to get the show started with the Whiskey of the Week.
It's just elegant and regal. You're staring off into space. Space.
The final frontier. These are the voyages of the Whiskey Duo. To boldly go where other people have probably been before.
Stardate 2741. Drink whiskey in a basement. Josh got too drunk. Chad fell asleep because he was full.
I seriously could go to sleep. Today's whiskey
Yeah.
well, we're not really doing whiskey again
you
because
or you can.
I'm still sipping on
And mine.
out of the official Whiskey Duo glass. Brought to you by you're blocking mine. Brought to you by Sarah's Decals and Such. These are these are the official Whiskey Duo whiskey of the they're official.
We'll think of some better names for it later.
But anyway,
They
I'm
look
still
cool. They deserve cool names.
still sipping on the
Old Granddad.
what is that? Old Granddad. I'm still sipping on Old Granddad.
Didn't think I'd ever hear that come out of your mouth.
It's very strong. This is
Very
it's
strong.
114 proof. They had an
Little
80
stout.
proof and I think they had a 90 proof. I should have went with the 80 proof. It's got some good flavors. It's definitely got an oaky.
Tastes like an Old Granddad.
Tastes like if you licked your grandfather, it'd probably be what he tastes like.
Unless he's dead. Don't lick him.
Yeah, I mean, it
Probably
might taste
illegal.
like worms then. Yeah, it's good. Chad didn't like it, so I'm
I'm not a
actually
huge fan.
I've got about 2 shots in here now, which goes to show the official Sarah's decals and such whiskey duo glasses hold over 2 shots of whiskey.
We went upstairs and ate supper and everything. I came down there still ice.
Yeah, there's still a good portion, a good amount of ice left in this. So I've tried to water it down, but the tumblers don't let the ice melt very fast.
Still don't thaw out.
Shit don't thaw out, man. But yeah, so I'm drinking your old granddad.
Mine?
Under the table. No, right there. It's under. Hold on, let me get that from under the table. I'm looking everywhere for that.
What just happened?
Chad, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good. What's new in your life, Chad? What'd you have for dinner?
Steak and taters.
Me too.
Where at?
My wife's house.
Oh, do you have a 5-minute or a 7-minute steak?
I had 2 5-minute steaks.
We had a 10-minute steak.
Well, I mean, no, it was...
You had 10 minutes worth of steak.
Yeah. I can't believe she cooked those steaks in the air fryer.
Air fryers are awesome.
Let's
sponsor us and send us lots of air fryers. Oh. Take a stroll down Conversation Street and sit down and hang out on Conversation Cul-de-sac.
That's right. Due to legal reasons, we've had to change the name of Conversation Street to Conversation Cul-de-sac.
Because
So
it was funny.
today on Conversation Cul-de-sac, we're going to discuss thievery.
Oh, yes.
Thieves. People who steal.
Stealers.
Chad, have you ever stolen anything?
Lady of Hearts.
Oh!
No.
I forgot this is still on a loop.
Nothing. I mean, probably like a candy bar or something when I was a kid. Nothing
Hold on. Say ladies' hearts again.
Ladies' Hearts again.
That's
Well,
right, he
yeah.
has. That's right, he has, because he's a lady killer. Seriously, he's killed women.
I've stolen their lives.
Um,
No,
I
I
think-
might have stolen a candy bar or something when I was a kid, maybe. But that'd be
a candy bar. I stole a pair of sunglasses once from Walmart.
young or old. Last week.
This was last night. How young are we talking? Like 18? Old enough to know better. It was like a
enough to know
$5
better.
pair of sunglasses, but I stole them.
Still too young to care.
Who sang that song? I'm old enough to know better, but I'm still too young to
I
care.
don't remember. Anybody knows it, tell us. Nathan, tell us.
Doers.
Doers.
Yeah.
Preforms.
Yeah.
Preforms.
Nothing pisses me off more than people that steal. Especially when they steal from me.
Yeah.
Dramatic zoom in on my face. Go. Now zoom out. Yeah. So last week we discovered, so in our yard, when we bought this house, so we bought this house from Leah's grandparents.
Yeah.
There was bowling balls in the house because he was like a championship bowler.
Oh.
Her grandfather was.
Well, that's cool.
So I found 4 bowling balls.
That's probably back when they had a bowling alley in Canton still.
Probably that one on between Canton and Clyde.
Midway? Is that what it's called? Something like
Yes, that's exactly what it's called. The one full of copperheads. You ever heard that story?
that?
When they closed it down and another business tried to move in there, it was infested with copperheads.
Well, makes sense.
I didn't say it was a good story. It's just a story. But when we...
At least your daughter didn't tell it. We've
I
been there
need
for 20 minutes.
Well, you drive by that place, and it's on that
See,
side of the
Copperhead's a
road.
snake.
And right up there, they got that flashy sign right down there,
Flash,
too.
flash,
and then you
flash,
go into
flash,
Clyde,
flash,
and then... Okay, anyway. We're making fun of my 5-year-old, Chad.
You were.
I am a terrible dad.
It's true.
It's the drinking problem, probably.
Oh. In fact, you leave them in cages when you sleep and leave. So that doesn't help.
I put cedar chips in there. They have their little water bottle things. So anyway, when we bought...
Copa, don't shut us down.
Copacabana.
Copacabana. Hey!
Like an echo that, whoa, hey.
Easy there, killer.
Um,
Anyway.
So we bought the house.
Thievery.
When we bought the house, there was bowling balls in the house.
I remember I've had to mow around them.
All right, so I thought it'd be cool to take them and use them as yard art. So there was 3
That's what they were?
Yeah, there.
I thought like the kids were just out playing with them and threw them over there. I honestly thought that.
No, I put them in the yard on
Oh.
purpose. So like there's the road, and then we've got a little rock garden, and then there's the yard. So in the rock garden, I put one. There's 4 of them. So there's one by the driveway, one by the walkway, one on the other side of the walkway, and one in the corner at the corner of the yard.
Mm-hmm.
Someone stole 3 of them, or 3 of them are now gone. Pretty sure they're probably down at the bottom of the hill. Probably like in the woods. I should go down there and look, see if I can find them. Because
That's where I would've
kids have probably like walked by and picked them up and be like, oh, why don't you go down the hill? And throw it
I'll
down.
be completely honest. I would have thought of that.
Yeah, right? Now that I think about it, it's probably a bad idea to put those there.
Oh.
But I did it,
I kind of wish we'd have done that.
right? Me too. But I did it.
We should buy some bowling balls.
So then today, we're going to eat steaks. We ordered a ton of steaks because we knew Chad liked steak. It was more for me than him.
Sure. He ate 2 of them.
Burping them now, too.
Still taste them.
Go outside to fire up the grill. Somebody stole the propane tank. What does this neighborhood come to?
Thievery.
Right?
The best part is there's a cop that lives 2 doors down.
He just moved in.
So that was jurisdiction, too.
Across the street. I will say this. Since they moved in, they're my favorite neighbor I've not met. Since they've moved in, people don't fly up and down our road, and nothing has been stolen that I know of. Except for my propane tank and my bowling balls.
Yeah, I'd say that stuff got missing months ago.
I would think
before
so.
the neighbors moved up.
My theory is, before they moved in across the street, woke up like, I don't know, it's probably 1 or 2 in the morning, and there's somebody kept going in and out of the garage across the street, and they were taking stuff out of the garage and putting it in their truck bed, and then they kept walking under the house. So I called the cops because I knew it wasn't the owner of the house. It's like 1 in the morning. Why would they be out there?
Yeah.
It was somebody stealing the heating their heating oil under the house. They were stealing the heating oil, and it's probably my theory is it's the same person. He probably saw that propane tank. He was stealing it so he could have heat. Which
he looked at it and said, "That's a propane grill. I'll guarantee he's got propane in it."
Yeah, I mean it doesn't make it right. I understand. Like if you got a family, you do what you got to do, but it doesn't make it right. There are other.
I'd steal somebody.
Yeah, I would still provide for my family.
Yeah,
that's complete. We're getting deep now. When do morals come? When is family more important than morals?
Or I just sell my family and just be really rich off of it. That's probably what
we used to have 3 kids.
How'd that steak taste?
I miss little Humilio.
Humilio?
Well, you said we ate them. No.
No, I just meant you sold him and took the money to buy steak.
Right.
You said we ate them.
But yeah, that's my theory.
You ate your child.
I ate my child. That's my theory. I think that the same person that was stealing heating oil stole the propane.
What did the cops say when they caught him?
They
Was it the guy in the tent?
No, those people had already moved out. Boy, my neighborhood just sounds terrible.
Yeah, there was a random tent in their yard where people
not
lived.
anymore. When the cops came, they actually like left and let the guy drive off, and like they followed him to his place, and then they arrested him there. So his vehicle was not, because he lived right down the road.
No, they gave.
So his vehicle
they
was
gave
not
him a break.
here. Yeah, but then a couple days later, the owner was at the house, and that guy came back and apologized to him and explained what was going on. So, sir, zoom in on my face again. Where is my apology and my propane tank? Thank you. That's the end of the conversation. So, conversation Boulevard.
Street-a-sac.
What is it?
Cul-de-sac.
Cul-de-sac.
We'll probably end up having like 4 different names till we find one.
I think we should take a second for a...
We're going to speed through Conversation Highway.
I think we should take a second for an ad.
Of course.
Just a second. And it's a good one.
It's the best one we've done. Out of like the 3 we've done.
Sometimes when we're tired,
Oh, girl. You looking for gift ideas for a birthday, Mother's Day, or a quinceañera? Then look no further. Are you looking for a way to tell your significant other that they have a baby on the way, or that you're leaving him for his brother? And Sarah's Decals and Such is a place for you. Custom cut, keychains, and so much more. Sarah's Decals and Such. Give them a call.
Sarah's Decals and Such. Yeah. When that starts watering down, it's a lot better. You want to try it watered down?
Yeah, take a sip up.
All right, and we are back in the Whiskey Duo Den.
That's 100 out there.
Yeah, right. We have discovered, so the ice is finally, after, okay, I know this probably just sounds like we're sucking up to the sponsors.
We are.
3 hours, and the ice is starting to melt in this little tumbler. I poured your ice in mine, so there's not going to be any in yours, Chad. Where's it at?
Turned into metal.
So your what is it? Your granddad, old granddad.
Not my granddad.
Your old granddad tastes a lot
Somebody
better when
granddad.
he's watered down.
It makes sense.
It's still really stout. So yeah, we had planned on talking on time travel. We're going to talk about thieves still.
Thieves through time.
only I could do an echo. Wait. Thieves Through Time! Did that work?
You just yelled time. You didn't really echo.
But did you hear it echoing?
I
could hear it echo
yeah,
on my
yeah,
side.
Yeah, sure.
I thought it was cool.
It wasn't.
Shut up, Chad. So, Chad.
That's me.
We keep crossing it. Let's thumb wrestle. Go.
Go.
1, 2, 3, 4. Wait. Up a little higher. Up a little higher. Got to get to it. 1, 2, a little lower. 3, 4. I declare thumb war. I stole your thumb. What's your favorite heist movie, Chad?
Heist movie.
You mentioned some good ones during the break.
I did, but then you put me on the
The
spot.
Italian Job.
I like the old gangster movies.
Like were the gangsters the good guys or the bad guys? Like the Oddfellows.
Oddfellows.
Isn't that a gangster movie?
I don't know.
That's the one. Talk to your camera for a moment.
Hello, camera. I don't remember no Oddfellows. I mean, I've seen a lot of Oddfellows, but I don't know the movie Oddfellows.
What's the one with... Let's put Oddfellow. It's got the guy from My Cousin Vinny.
Joe Pesci?
He's got Joe Pesci. It's got the guy that was the biker gang leader in Wild Hogs. You know what I'm talking about.
Ray Liotta. That's Goodfellas.
Goodfellas, thank you.
Oddfellows?
I don't know where I got... Oddfellas is like a Mason's cult thing, but they're kind of cool.
Yeah, that's the Goodfellas. How do you not know Goodfellas?
I don't know. I'm sorry.
That would be... They did steal a bunch of stuff in that movie.
They did. That's a good movie.
That is a good one. Samuel Jackson gets shot in the face on that one.
Have you ever seen the... Does he?
On the back of the head, yeah.
Samuel
He was the one that
Jackson?
drove... Yeah. One of his first movies.
Apparently, I need to watch that movie again.
Shot him in the back of the head.
Have you ever seen The Original Italian Job?
No.
Me either.
It's good.
Um,
But I like the Public Enemies with John Dillinger movies and stuff like that. The old Depression gangsters
yeah.
that had to rob banks and stuff. I like all that stuff.
The best all-time movie about a bad guy. You cannot argue with me because
Godzilla.
You would completely agree with me. Is Ernest Goes to Jail.
Yeah.
That is a classic.
I liked him when he was scared stupid.
That movie scared the crap out of me.
Did it? I used to
Yes.
love that movie.
Yeah, because there was that tree. If you're from if you're
yeah.
from Haywood, you know exactly what tree I'm talking
Yeah.
about. And where am I talking?
Haywood.
Where at?
Oh, I don't know. I was talking about the
Do
trees.
you remember where the
scared hell out of
Shoney's, where Zaxby's is, where Shoney's used to be?
me. Yeah.
They had that tree with it was a weeping willow, but it had all those knots on it.
Oh, yeah.
That tree looked like the wart tree on Ernest Scared Stupid,
Maybe
and
it
it
was.
scared the crap out of me. But Chad, while we're talking, I'm going to tell you about some of the
Top number?
world's most famous thieves.
Please do.
So some of these you probably
Elvis,
heard
he
of,
stole the hearts of millions.
right? Still does every day. My mom will never get that back. Poor
That's true.
mom.
She got stuck with your dad.
So this is 10. Probably won't do all 10, but this is
We're
some
doing all
of
10.
the world's most famous thieves.
Thieves,
Number one,
thieves through
believe it or
time.
not, this is works perfectly because we were talking about movies.
Yeah.
Butch Cassidy.
And the Sundance Kid?
It just says Butch Cassidy.
Oh. Well, that makes sense. A lot of yeah, that's cool.
Butch Cassidy is one of the most famous burglars in the world.
Burglar.
He was a leader of the Wild Bunch
Like
in
the
the old
Hamburglar.
western United States, which is Butch Cassidy and Sundance Kid, right? He became famous for being notoriously good at robbing banks, trains, and
Planes
often
and automobiles?
and often running away with $500,000 each with each steal.
That's like the 1800s. That's, I don't even know what that did now.
That's insane.
Millions of dollars.
In 1900, several members of the LLD Bunch gang were shot and killed after an ambitious robber and Butch Cassidy fled the country with law enforcement on their tails. He and the rest of the gang were killed in Bolivia, hiding
South
for
America.
nearly 10 years.
They went way down there.
Yeah. For 10 years, he was
Is it
in
South
hiding.
America or is that Central America? Well, South America.
If you know that answer, you can tell us.
I want to say South America.
I think you're right, actually. Here's one I've never heard of. Kate Barker.
Kate Barker?
My throat made a weird noise. Yeah, Kate Barker. Kate Barker was most commonly known by the name May Barker. Okay, I've heard that.
Oh.
She was born in 1873 and died in 1935. Barker was named the most vicious, dangerous, and resourceful criminal brain of the last decade by President J. Edgar Hoover.
He wasn't bred in it.
Huh?
He wasn't a president.
Yes, he was.
Hoover?
Hoover was a president.
Was he?
Yes.
I don't know that. I just thought he was the leader of FBI.
I think he became president after he did that. And then he made the vacuum cleaner. And a dam.
I'll be damned.
Let's see. President Edgar J. Hoover was involved in the Barker Capris gang. Her story has been popular in the books and film. There is some controversy over her role in criminal activities, and her sons claim that she was never involved in the criminal activity.
Bull.
Could you imagine, like,
Your mom being a bad.
he's really, your mom being a badass. Either he's really dumb or he's just really good at lying. Because he's just like, Mom never did any of that crap.
Well, if she's the notorious criminal mind, then he's got to be pretty smart. He's probably be a good liar.
His mom was shot to death robbing a bank. She never did any of that. Never.
She was just trying to take a roll of quarters in there, do laundry.
She was, yeah, right? She rolled them and everything.
She was trying to get a green sucker.
Didn't you used to have a bank that you got ice cream at?
Yeah.
You still go there?
No, they shut down.
Oh, because they got robbed.
Ice cream bandits.
Bonnie and Clyde.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody knows Bonnie and Clyde. They were actually killed near here. That's what everybody says. Every town says that.
No.
It's hard to find someone who has never heard of the names of Bonnie and Clyde. Have you ever heard of the names Bonnie and Clyde? There's a town right near here named after Clyde.
I doubt that.
It's called Clyde.
It's called Bonnie?
No, it's called Clyde. This infamous couple has come to represent crime in the Great Depression era of the United States. They traveled the states, robbed banks, and have been depicted in movies, songs, books, and other medias as star-crossed lovers.
Then they got shot.
A lot. Yeah. Lots of bullets hit those
Don't
people.
look big.
John Dillinger. Wasn't that one you were talking about?
Yeah, I like John Dillinger.
You want to tell us about John Dillinger?
Sure.
All right, Chad's going to tell us about John Dillinger.
John Dillinger is another famous bank robber in American history. Over the course of his career, he robbed nearly 24 banks and 4 police stations. Now, that takes some balls.
Big ones that
Nobody
they
can
chain to
steal
your
those.
feet. They're not in my wife's purse.
He was caught and jailed on 2 separate occasions and mysteriously escaped both times. I know how he escaped at one time.
He dug a hole.
He was in wood shop in the jail and he carved a gun out of wood.
Ah.
And he went up behind the jailer and stuck it to him. Then he thought it was a real gun. He walked right out.
And the guy's like, "Now, John, we both know that's not a real gun."
That wood in my back, you just happy to see me.
It's a gun. What?
Pow. His gang went by the Dillinger Gang or the Terror Gang.
Oh, because they were scary.
That'd be like the Terrier Gang. Because we like little dogs.
Little tiny cute dogs.
Though he was infamous for his robberies, he only shot and killed 1 police officer as return fire. Because of his charisma and his unwillingness to shed blood, he became popular in the media as a Robin Hood type figure.
He robbed from the poor to kill the blind.
He'd go in and people... I'm taking your stick, blind man. He'd go in and tear up people's banknotes on their houses so they didn't owe no more money.
Man,
And
you can't do stuff like that now. They'd just be like, "We got it on the computer."
I'll take the computer. Be like Zoolander where they're trying to open the computer.
On the cloud. The files are in the computer.
Where are they at?
Today is a information and learn, and we'll throw in a little funny thing every now and then.
Reading Rainbow.
Oh, man, I don't know how the hell you say this guy's name. Vincino Baguia. Baguga.
Vincenzo Perugia.
Babyface Nelson. Okay, I'll read this since you read it. I can't.
Nope. I don't know the guy, so I don't read it.
Ready? Say the name.
Let me see it again. Vincenzo Perugia.
Was a criminal in 1911. He is he's famous for stealing the Mona Lisa from the walls of the Louvre.
Say that again.
The walls of the Louvre.
The Louvre.
Wait.
Not the Louvre. Dun dun dun. Ah. That's just in.
1911.
Vincenzo Perugia.
Steals the Mona Lisa from the walls of the Louvre.
And she's still smiling, folks.
This credited with media thrill that helped to boost his fame was the revenue figure.
This just in, Josh cannot read.
I don't know why the music is messing with me. How much have I drank?
Enough.
All right, it says this credited a media thrill that helped to boost his fame as a Robin Hood figure. He stated that he stole the painting to return it to its place of birth, Italy. He never gave it to him, though.
He still has it.
My intentions were good. I was going to give it back to Italy.
How do you steal something like that and don't show it off, though?
Offered me a lot of money.
How do you not show it off? Like, if I have something like that, I'm like, heh, look what I got.
Raise the garage door. That's the Mona Lisa. Yeah. Mona Lisa lost her smile.
I'd have it above my bed. So I'd roll up and stare at her. No one could fall down, knock me out. I get killed by the Mona Lisa.
The frame weighs like 100 pounds. He came into the museum the day before, knowing the museum would be closed the next day. Then hid and waited for his chance to return.
He hid in the museum for a whole night.
Yeah, that's when he returned it to Italy. He hid overnight and then waited for his chance to return the art piece. No. When he stole it, he hid overnight in the museum. So this is 1911. So this is before like censors and all that other crap. Stuff that made it so hard to steal.
They just had the Barney Fife top over in the corner. Get him, Andy!
And then he stole it so he could return it to Italy. Good job, Vincenzo. Good job.
But did he return it? I guess he got caught.
I don't know. Number 6, Babyface Nelson.
It's George Nelson.
Who called me Babyface? Oh, George, not the livestock.
Hand me that chopper. George, you stop folding money. Come unstowed.
Oh, just stick it back in the poke.
20 minutes of us talking about Brother Artel.
We're in constant sorrow, Chad. Through all our days.
They gonna fry old George Nelson.
You know
he got shot and killed, but whatever.
You know, I'm a man of constant sorrow. I've seen trouble all my days. 4 or 6 long years, I bound to ramble. No pleasure here on earth I find.
We are talking to a can right now. Man, I'll give you $10, you spunk the can.
That's a mighty fine a picking and a singing. That's the funniest.
Martin Aloysius like to sign X's. I'll be fine.
I know this is bad, but the funniest part of that movie is when the blind guy is listening to him record and he's just going,
What is it, you and blind people?
I don't know. It was okay.
Oh God, this is gonna be bad.
This is so. We went to the Atlanta Museum last week.
Didn't.
This kind of might have to do with thievery as well. We went to the Atlanta Museum the other day, and there was this blind guy, and he's like, so there's this. We get to the penguin enclosure.
That's a pretty fish.
Who brings a blind person to something to look at? I'm sorry.
It's like taking a deaf person to a concert.
Right? Exactly. Phil the penguin. Ow.
That's a porcupine, sorry.
Okay, so like we get to the penguin enclosure, and they've got one of those tunnels that the kids can crawl through, and like you pop up your head, and you're right there inside with the penguins, and the penguins peck your eyes out.
Just in, blind man stuck in penguin hole.
So like there's a barrier, or not a barrier, but like a rope thing.
Yeah.
And he starts going up the rope thing towards the thing, and I'm like, sir, that's going to the tunnel to crawl through. And he looks at me, and he's just like, I know.
Okay. Carry on, sir.
I'm like, yeah, and I sit there. I stood there and I watched him because my kids were in there. But I watched him. I was like, why is this guy faking that he's blind? And then I saw his hat and it was bedazzled. And I was like, no, maybe he just can't see.
He's wearing,
he
thought
good.
Sweatpants. You said juicy across the butt. He didn't even know it.
Okay. Anyway, I think the guy was faking that he was blind. Is what I'm getting at. All right, Colton Harris Moore.
You related to him?
I don't know. It's Colton Harris.
Might be your long lost cousin.
Is this a guy with a maiden name? Right? Look. Colton Harris / Moore.
I don't know. He must have just kept his mom and his dad's name or something.
Colton Harris Moore is a modern criminal born in 1991.
Whoa, he's younger than us.
He might be related to me. Oh, God, he is younger than us.
Wow.
We're reading about kids.
Well, he's like 28, 29. He's not really a kid.
He has been charged with the theft of hundreds of thousands of dollars in property theft. He did all his burglaries. Say the word,
burglaries.
Chad. Thank you. While still a teenager, he robbed over 100 private residences and stole boats, a small aircraft, and 2 cars.
Dang.
He fled to the Bahamas in a stolen plane and was arrested at the age of 19. Wake up, Chad. You got coffee in you and too much food.
Oh, no. They've balanced each other out. Carry on, sir. Carry on.
Next one is one that everyone's heard. Can you hear my beard?
You stole my heart.
This next one is one that everyone has heard of. His name was Jesse James.
Jesse James?
Jesse James.
The West Coast Chopper guy?
Yes.
Oh.
He's a popular figure.
Why do you sound like Elmer Fudd? He's a popular figure.
Jesse James is a popular figure
Figure what?
in movies and novels.
I say Vincenzo.
Vincenzo Fantacini. His story was told in The Big Picture, film starring Brad Pitt and Cassie Affleck. He was Affleck. He was an American outlaw. Bank robber and train robber. He was the leader. He was the leader of the Jesse Younger gang. He was born and raised in Missouri.
Missouri.
And felt strong ties with the southern area.
Oh yeah.
His gang was accused of participating in the massacres against the Union soldiers in the civilian abolitionists. Jesse James was killed in gunfire at the age of 35. All right, we got 2 left, folks.
What's the name? Oh wow.
Right?
Jean de Velo Saint Remy.
I believe this one should be done with a French accent. Jean de Valois Saint-Remy was born in 1756 in France.
France?
She wanted to own expensive jewelry that cost more than her husband could afford.
Like a snobby French person.
That's the only French I know.
Jewelry?
The jeweler had made a necklace. Necklace is 3 syllables in French. The jeweler had made a necklace for the queen, but the queen had no desire for her own necklace. Realizing her chances, Joan claimed to be the favorite of the queen and told the man that the queen wanted to buy.
The what?
The man.
The man.
The queen wanted to buy the necklace, though the king was against it. The jeweler handed the piece over to Joan to deliver to the queen, and she ran off with the necklace.
Damn on.
How would you like to be that guy? Hey, my necklace! Wait, that's Mexican. Sorry. My necklace! Get back here with my necklace!
He fled to Mexico. Hello, my necklace.
I literally Why are you in Mexico, John? Wait, no. John
to sell my necklace.
Why are you in Mexico, Pierre? Well, you see, I made this necklace and I handed it over to this woman and she walked away with it. I saw stupid.
Change his name to Pierre. He's like Pierre.
No, John was what I was calling Joanne. I don't know how you would say Jeanne. Nathan, fact check that for me.
Pierre.
All right. Last one. No, Pierre is the guy that made the necklace.
Oh,
he was so ashamed that she just walked off with it that he
his
moved to
name 'cause
Mexico.
you couldn't say it. Pierre.
Maybe we should just eat steak before every episode. This is we would. Oh man. All right, last one. What accent should we do with this one, Chad?
What's the name?
Jonathan Wilde. He lived in England.
Oh, British it is.
All right, here we go.
Here we go.
What's a British?
That is not English at all.
What's a British sound like? Macocaine. That's stuck in French. I can't do English anymore. English used to be like the only one I could do.
Evening, Governor.
Evening, Governor. All right, here we go. Jonathan Wilde lived in England during the 1700s. He played both sides of the law. On one hand, he worked with the authorities to catch burglars and thieves. Then, on the weekends, he ran a gang in England, stealing from banks and manipulating legal systems. Sorry, I had something in my mouth there. He ran this system for 7 years before he found himself hanging from the end of a rope.
Oh no!
Oh no, they hung him up from the loo.
Loo? What are you talking
I don't know a lot of English words. Each of these famous thieves has... Oh wait, that's the end of the story. Never mind.
He's famous though. Then he went to Mexico and met Pierre, and all lived happily ever after.
So apparently all these people that we just discussed have been in movies. You're welcome. I haven't heard of half of these people.
I neither.
But Pierre now lives happily in Mexico with his senorita.
After doing that, I wish you'd done the Vincenzo in an Italian accent.
Oh, you want me to go back and do Vincenzo?
The Vincenzo.
I don't know if I can do an Italian accent.
Boom, boom, boom.
Vincenzo Panetti was a criminal in the 1911. He is famous for stealing the Mona Lisa from the walls of the Louvre.
Who works in the Louvre? Pierre.
Pierre
works in the Louvre.
Pierre makes the necklace.
The necklace that was at the Louvre.
This created a immediate thrill. And all right, there we go. Oh, that's the end of the show. That was fun, Chad.
I don't care if you hated it. I loved it. That was fun.
Oh, man. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We hope you enjoyed it. The Whiskey
awesome.
Duo Show is brought to you by...
There's decals.
Thank you. I completely forgot. If you're looking for a decal or such, they got it for you. They make a lot of cool stuff. Check them out. There's a link to their website down below. Prices are super cheap. All right. Thank you.
Actually.
Have a great night. We'll see you in about 5 minutes when we record the next episode. Maybe we should talk about time travel for actually.
I don't know. I just want you to do more accents.
Finish it.